Hello YouTube, Joe Kersey here on February 5th, Thursday 2015, around a little after 11 in the morning Eastern Time. Just doing a little scanning work here now. Paul's doing a little medical insurance work or something.
No, I'm going to email Dee Dee.
Oh, doing some job related work.
About Friday. I don't know, they want to see me again
Oh, yeah.
on the 19th.
Okay. I'm scanning some pictures from the trip I took to United Kingdom there. Well, more specifically England, because we never did get out of England proper. With my son Thomas there in September of 1995. Some of these are copies of photographic copies of slides, which I made. Some of the things, some of them he took, and some of them I've taken. I've found a few envelopes here this morning. I can do 2 of these 4x6s at a time. Here. On my trusty Office Jet 6700 Premium. Well, you can see the results from yesterday's picture scanning there. So I figured out it's better to do them one at a time. Scan them one at a time. Don't put them on, put them on the thing in batches. So when I do any more of this, I'll put them on one at a time. So hello, YouTubers. Joe Kersey here on February 6th, Friday, about 13:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time. And actually feeling fairly benign today, which is always nice to have a fairly benign day. And the day was well, I had to go about 9:30 in the morning. I had to go over to the Kroger's pharmacy just on the north edge of Westerville here, about 3-4 miles, about 3 miles actually. Well, it's east of here. Actually, it's east of here, and because I usually do all my stuff over at Walmart, which is 4 miles west of here. But Paul does his various pharmacy stuff for medicines that he needs over in Westerville. So I went. He originally wanted to go with me, and we had like about this much ice on the front porch, and I thought there's no way he's going to get out there on those crutches and that little booty thing he's got, and no, that ain't going to happen. So I went over and I picked up this. I took his, it's nearly empty prescription bottle, and he had called the thing in yesterday, so it was ready to go, and he gave me the insurance card to show him, and so there wasn't any problem picking it up. It was just a pain in the ass to have to go do it, at least today. It wouldn't have been a pain in the ass if, it'd been a little easier to get out. And, I know it's cold. I mean, it was cold. It's 12, Fahrenheit. You know. Well, anyway, I did it. And then I mailed his truck payment over. You know, there's a post office nearby over there. Although it's another pain in the ass to get in and out of. Well, anyway, I did it. Got home safely. And I settled in to sort of think about maybe doing some more scanning of pictures into this machine. And then this guy from American Electric Power called about wanting to talk to me about, you know, an easement revision, you know, for this pole resetting they're doing. And so I said, yeah. He says, I'm in the area. Can I drop by? I said, yeah. So about 10 minutes later, he showed up. Which is, you know, as he said it would be. He said, I'll be here in 10 minutes. And 10 minutes later, he showed up. And it was basically just a little bit of housekeeping on the draft easement they had given me, because it had to do with, you know, they can trim out to 10 feet from their lines you know, so the trees don't get onto their lines. And I said, yeah, I understand. I mean, that was all very standard. So, you know, I ascertained that it wasn't really going to affect the actual substance of my tree, you know, the two trees I really value that might possibly be affected by this. He says, no. He says, I said, well, that's nothing really new. He says, oh, well, it's new because, you know, they're going to three-phase. Well, that little interruption just came from Directory Assistant 614-555-6969. It almost sounds like one of those fake phone numbers they give you in movies, doesn't it? Well, anyway, in any event, this guy was talking to me about this, you know, revised easement that he was showing me, and so that was fine. This guy said, you know, they're going to go to three-phase, and well, this guy clearly is just he's not part of the electricity part of American Electric Power. I said they've already run three-phase out here. I said in 1992, when they went from, you know, when they actually put in the sets of poles we have now, because they changed out all the poles in 1992. I said they went from 2,800 or 3,200 volts on two lines to 32,000 volts on three lines. I mean, so they've already done that. And he said, oh, well, they didn't update their files. I said, that's fine. I understand, but we're already on three-phase. I said, they've been trimming back well over 10 feet anyway for the last, you know, 20 plus years. So that's not really an issue for me, as long as, you know, they don't have to destroy my trees. The two trees I'm really, you know, that might be potentially at risk. So that was fine. So then he scampered off back down the drive to wherever he has his little hidey hole and lair. Meanwhile, as sort of a subplot in all of these little encounters, you know, me getting ready to go over to Kroger's, me getting ready to go out down the driveway again to talk to this guy, I was trying to find my favorite hat. Well, my favorite toboggan. My favorite hat's the one you see me wear most of the time. But since the other toboggan I had was too small and it had a lot of moth holes in it, as you've seen me in this really nice, heavy toboggan. And I thought, well, if I've got to go down and talk to this guy down there in the front area there, the front yard or the driveway, and he's going to be showing me plans, I don't want to have to be having to fight the brim of this Liberty Creek Farms hat, my buddy's farm hat. And it took, we thrashed around and I pissed and moaned, and boy, when I lose a hat or misplace a hat, I get really pissy and moany about it. And finally I found that, you know, of course, in a place where I'd looked five times anyway already. Well, it's a dark hat that likes to blend in the dark, in dark places. So that was a little adjunct to the day's activities. Here's the scene of where the hat was hiding, guys. Right next to my chemo chair there where I sleep, you know. Down in the little hole there. Well, there's just a lot of foolishness and fun here sometimes. So on that note, bye-bye, YouTubers. These four panels on these two framed pictures are from St. Mary's Church in Kersey, Suffolk, England. These particular pictures were taken on my very first visit in 1971. Alrighty. Bye-bye, YouTubers.